Hey, let's get active. I've been messing with this video for several minutes now, trying to get the lighting right. But as you can see, it's clearly a candle in the background or in the foreground with two wicks. Now, the interesting part about this is that there is no air conditioning blowing and there's no heat. And this candle is up against a wall, but the wicks are constantly blowing in two different directions, erratically. And while I was sitting here and I was looking at this candle, I also just began to think about the minds of individuals. Just imagine you're all alone, and all of a sudden you're lit with light, and all of a sudden your imagination or your mind begins to blow in various directions. Thought number one, or concept number one. Are you being blown with positive thoughts or negative thoughts? Is the energy that you're giving off, is it of a positive energy or a negative energy? And then all of a sudden, what happens when your wick or your energy is introduced to someone else? Maybe it's your family member, maybe it's your child, maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's a friend, or maybe it's just a stranger. Where you're being blown now by other forces and you're interacting with other forces. And imagine if that becomes a carload of people, an office full of people, or a world full of people. How do you begin to just rekindle your energy to be able to control your wick or your mind from being blown and tossed, like it says, by every wind of doctrine? Where did I get the concept of every wind in doctrine? Well, it's in one of my favorite books. And it just talks about when you hear the news or when you watch a reality show or when you watch a talk show or hear something on the radio or read something in the news, what happens to your wick? And unless you learn or we learn to control our wicks, then we will continue to blow. So as you go through this day and as you go through life, don't just begin to look at life as though it's just life. Learn to tap into the energy forces that are in the room that can give you a spark of life to keep your light continuing to shine. And that's a lesson that I just learned looking at the simple factor of a candle being lit in a room. Peace.